That's what I think is the biggest portion of this, is that you get these letters that are just done. You just, I mean, literally go in, spend a few minutes tweaking them, and they are done. A couple other things we're going to throw in just for people on the call today is we're going to give you a $200 credit towards your next 3D mail order. This is a biggie. So when you invest in the system here, we'll actually send you a certificate that you can use $200 towards your next order of 3D mail. That can be one-time order, and it can be $200, and we'll take $200 off, and you won't owe anything. It can be placed over 2 orders. It can be placed over 10 orders. You want to spend, if you want 10 orders at $20 a piece, we'll make that work. So essentially, you are going to get a $200 certificate credit towards anything we sell here at 3D Mail. You'll get a CD of web quality images of all the premiums and free gifts that we suggest you use. Again, the umbrella from earlier, the pen set from earlier. You'll get a CD with the print quality images of all those as well. And then here's where I think it can be a lot of fun for me and for you: a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. So what you'll do is you'll send me your marketing ahead of time. I'll spend some time looking at it, and then we'll have 30 minutes of one-on-one time to look at that and look at that together. A critique, so you can we'll do a critique by mail or email. So you send us your piece, and we'll actually critique it for you and send you a detailed critique. When you get the system, you'll get instructions on how to redeem those. So there'll be a nice certificate in there for each of those with instructions on how to redeem them. So when you get that and you want to use that, just make sure you pull those out of the system when you get them. You'll get a CD interview with myself and Keith and Bill Glazier, again, literally the guy who wrote the book on outrageous advertising. You'll get 2 months free of my Inner Circle membership. I don't have time to go into that here, but when I show you the website to go to, you'll get all the details there. That again, that could take another 10 minutes just explaining that. I won't go through that right now, but you get 2 months for free. Cancel anytime after the second month. If you're worried about getting it and paying for it, not liking it, I actually refunded 9 months of somebody's membership because they told me they've been getting it for 9 months and didn't like it. So if you have any problems with it, I've got no problem refunding your money if it gets to the third month and you don't like it, but you will get 2 months of that completely free so you can see what we're all about there. And then you get 1 sample of each item in our system. So as you saw in that previous picture, all the bonuses alone add up to $1,303.89. And then again, so we're going to wrap it up here. So you get Volume 1, the complete 3D Mail how-to kit. We value that at $97. You get the complete 3D Mail swipe file volume, which is hard copies of all the letters, a value of $197. And then, again, the big one here for me is the complete swipe file CD containing 139 sales letters. I mean, these things are done. They're ready to go. Pop the CD in, and 5 minutes later, you can have a sales letter written. We value that at $497. We got our bonuses there of just a tick over $1,300. Total value on the whole thing is $2,094.89. We typically, if you go to my website right now, 3dmailresults.com, if you don't get this through the webinar, it's usually $397. But until Friday, so until midnight tomorrow, we're going to do this for $247. Remember, you get one. That includes the $200 certificate you're going to get from us. So again, you're essentially paying $47 for the kit. Is essentially what you're paying for when you decide to come and use 3D Mail. So here's the website. Well, a couple more slides. 100% money back guarantee. If you're not delighted with your results or unhappy in any way whatsoever, simply return the system within the first year, and I'll give you all of your money back. I mean, 1 year, 365 days. You just call me up before day 366 and say, hey, Travis, I don't like this. And it doesn't matter what the reason. Don't even give me a reason. Send it back to us. We'll give you we'll give you your $247 back. And I'm actually going to up that a little bit because I told you about our triple guarantee earlier. So I'll give you a 12-month triple your money back guarantee. If you use one of your 30-minute sessions with me and one of your critique certificates, and you can show that you actually used our advice when you created your campaign and you actually mailed at least one campaign within the first 12 months. So take the letters we give you, make it work for your business, use the critique in the one-on-one session with me, make the changes we suggest, and if you're not delighted with your results, within 1 year, we'll give you 3 times your money back. I don't know anybody else who makes a 3 times the money back guarantee when they sell a system like this, but we are that confident. I mean, you guys have been seeing now for almost 90 minutes what our clients are doing. So that's how much I believe in this. That I'll give you the kit for $247, but you'll get a $200 certificate back from us to use on your first purchase, and I'll even give you triple your money back guarantee. So again, it's $247 through midnight tomorrow. That's Friday, August 26th. And you're actually going to go to the same website you went to register for this webinar. So you'll go to www.3dmailsuccess.com. And you see that there? www.3dmailsuccess.com. So there's a picture there. Anything to add there, Keith? We're going to get to some of these questions. I know some of these people have been waiting for their question to get answered. So we're going to go through those now. Anything to add, Keith, on there?
No, other than, one of the things I mentioned a couple of times as we went through here is the whole idea of having a great offer, and in this case, pretty much irresistible offer. If it's kind of a nuts thing to pass on this one. If you're going to be using 3D Mail at any time, you're going to get $200 worth of 3D Mail products from us. And then you get all of that stuff, including your critiques by mail, your one-on-one critiques, all of the other stuff for $47. Again, if 3D Mail makes any sense to you whatsoever, this is the time. There's just no, you will not see an offer like this. It's kind of nuts, frankly. I thought you were kind of nuts, but you like to put you like to put in the irresistible offers. So
yeah, well, we're just. I mean, honestly, that's how confident we are, and that it works too.
Yeah, well, I know it's going to work. I guess it's just, to me, it's like, well, we don't need to give away that much. But obviously for us, we're looking at you're going to be using this stuff for years and years and years to come. So that's why it makes some sense, and why I let you go with it. Why I didn't let you. Why I went ahead and agreed with this one without too much fight. So good enough. Thanks, Jeff.
So my suggestion to you here, I'm going to answer these questions. I get a lot of the same questions, so I'll hit some of those repeat ones first. But my suggestion is go ahead, go to your browser, type in 3dmailsuccess.com, and just and fill out that registration while you're listening to some of these questions here. And so if you're still on the call, and I see we still got the vast majority of you stayed with us for all 90 minutes. So thank you guys for staying on there. First question comes from Tim. Tim says, what about bulk mailing? Yes, these things can work for bulk, or otherwise known as what's called a pre-sort mailing, pre-sort first class, pre-sort standard. That is something that you can use all of these with some exceptions. So if you have any questions about that, shoot me an email, give me a call. We'll make sure that the questions get answered on a lot of these things. And I've got some thoughts on first class versus bulk rate versus pre-sort, all that stuff. But the short answer is yes, they can. All of them can go out with some sort of reduced postage rate.
Yeah, net reduction is approximately, what, 30? Is that right?
Well, it really depends.
I mean, just
I don't want to give a range, because sometimes it's 10% and sometimes it's more than that. So it really does depend on the item. But yes, you can get it down. You can get it down. The pill bottle was an example of that. You can lower it at least 16 cents just by doing a pre-sort first class. Let's see here. Oh, this number 12 envelope. Yes, that does mail for regular postage rate if it's under 1 ounce and under a 1/4 inch thick. So it's a number 12 envelope, a 6x9, a number 10 envelope. They all mail for what we call standard, standard first class mail rate. So now again, that's if you're under 1 ounce and a couple other things. But yes, that is just 44 cents. Let's see here. Here's a good one from Rick. Do you handle the entire process for the mailing? And yes, we can. If you want us to do the fulfillment, to print the letters, to fold them, to stuff them, to put the postage on them, yes, we can do all of that for you. So, Rick, if you have an idea of what you want to work on, get a hold of me there. get a hold of me via email or phone, and we'll be sure that we can get you a quote on that. Every job is custom, so it does require us to quote it. I can give you some ranges over the phone, but for the most part, every job is custom. It depends on what item we're sending. It depends on, oh boy, what item we're sending, how many we're sending, are we printing black and white or color. So again, Rick, if you want to give me a call or shoot me an email on that, we can get you going on that. Let's see here. What other questions do we have here? Rick also asked, will the webinar be recorded and available for viewing later? Yes, Rick, it will. In fact, we're recording it right now through GoToMeeting. I hope to have that up by tomorrow, but we will certainly let everybody know when that is up. It'll be the entire presentation, everything you see here, everything you saw here, it'll be up there as well. I know it takes some time for GoToMeeting to do whatever they need to do to make it work. All I know is they shoot me an email when it's done, and then I go and download it, and away we go. So it will be available. You'll get links out for that. Question from Rob, how do they put that keep reading with arrow? And that was on a lot of my examples. That's a program called CopyDoodles, and it's not a program. It's a online thing. I'm a member of it. It's called, if you go to copydoodles.com, I believe that's it. Mike Capuzzi, a good friend of mine, owns that business, and I'm a member of the site that provides those, and I am a big-time believer in it. So
yeah, I'm going to chime in there just for a second. I didn't use CopyDoodles for a while after it came out. I don't think I've done a letter now in the last year and a half that doesn't use CopyDoodles. I just think it's huge.
Yep, very cool. Question from Lindell, would you help us critique a letter? We got the critique inside there in that certificate. We don't do a lot of it outside of that, but we would do a critique with that certificate in there, and even do the 30-minute one-on-one. So there's that. Let's see here. Anything else? Some of these question guys that you asked are a little more one-on-one, and I do have your names of who asked them, so I will get a hold of you individually so that we can go over those. What else here? Boy, I think that's really about it on the questions. If you want to get on the question list, by all means, go ahead and jump in right now. Again, I've got a couple more questions here, but they're a little more, they're going to require a little more answer than I can give on the phone with a bunch of other people on the line, and they're a little bit more specialized, specific to a business. So if you had a question, I didn't get to it. I see George and Anthony on there, a couple other people. I will get a hold of you and answer, and we'll answer those questions on that. Anything else to add, Keith? I think that's all the more general questions we got here, and again, I'll get back to some of you folks here at the end of the call. Anything else to add, Keith?
No, other than, again, this is the whole thing about 3D mail is you need to test it. You need to see if it's going to work in your business. I can still say I haven't found a business yet that it doesn't work in, that it doesn't increase the results in. Again, you still need to have the background. You still need to write a good letter. You need to do the things we talked about that we talk about in the kit, that this whole kit is all about. All of the 139 letters in the kit are done with using these rules, using these 13, or not using the 13 mistakes in copywriting. So, learn your direct mail, use your 3D mail, and test it. Make sure it works. Get your results. Test it a little better, a little bigger. Excuse me. After that works, roll it out. And I got to tell you, since 91 when we did our first 3D mail item, for our new clients, we're still testing that today. I mean, it's a never-ending test of one versus the other, and keeping your results or going with the one that gives you the best results, and knowing that if I spend this amount, I'm going to get that much back, and knowing that even before you send out your mailing is like the coolest thing in the world when it comes to running your business. That's all I've got.
Very good. Awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Keith. Thanks for everyone on the call.
Thanks for everybody staying on. We were a bit long, but thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna leave that website up real quick. You're not gonna hear my voice, but I'm gonna leave that up there for you if you need that. And by all means, go ahead and visit that. Again, we put together a great offer, if I must say so myself. And thanks everyone. And those of you that had questions, I'll be sure to get to you individually on some of those more individual questions. Thanks so much, guys. Bye bye.